Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey guys, good morning. It's your boy Sunny right here. How you guys doing? Hope you're doing fine. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. We're already at 1,493 watch hours, so I'm left with exactly half of one half of the time for me to be able to get monetized, and that's gonna help the channel grow massively. So without further, let's get into this. This message goes out to semi-professional, aspiring footballers and amateur footballers. It does not apply to pros. If you're a pro, just listen, try to correct me. If there is anything you want to add or anything you want to correct, please go ahead and do so. So as a player, the first thing is learn to view yourself as an asset. Okay, you are no longer just like a regular somebody. No, at this point you are an asset for a club that is hiring you. You are an employee. So as an asset that you are, well, you need to be interesting, because sooner or later you're going to be offload. And what is the use of an asset? An asset is kept, and when time for demand comes, they are offload to benefit the owner. So you need to make sure that in all that you do, make sure that you're adding a little value to yourself, to the point that if you later trying to be offload, maybe you join the team when your value was 10%. By the time you leave the team, make sure you leave the team as maybe 50% or even higher, because the people that are keeping you, or the person that is having you in the team, they are going to invest their time on you because you are an asset. It's they are training you, they are giving you nutritionists, they are trying to improve your skills and everything. That is what you're supposed to do. For example, Marcelo Cavaleris, I went there when I was this low, but the moment I went there and I stayed there for a few months, I saw myself here. If they were to sell me to somebody, they would have earned higher than when I got in, basically. So try to make sure that you are adding value to yourself, so that the person that is owning you, or the person that has employed you, sees you as something for the future. And this is why you see most of the teams, they sign young players. Why is that so? The assets, you see. And that's why most teams do not like to sign older players. And why is that so? Sooner or later, he's not going to bring anything to the club except his experience that would be washed in 1 or 2 years. But a 15-year-old, 16, 17, or a 20-year-old player has a long run. And in the FIFA regulations, most of these clubs get compensated for any future transfer when the player is at the club before his 23rd birthday. So this is why most of the clubs would want to deal with younger players compared to the older players. The second thing is this: try to invest in yourself as a player. Try to make yourself that you look good, you get a haircut. No, not this one, but get a haircut, get yourself boots, dress well, smell nice, and look after your health, have six packs, and anything just to make sure that, anything that makes you feel good, basically. Try to avoid nightlife, try to avoid drugs, don't smoke, and all these things. That is self-investment. In a long run, it is going to help you, and it also complements the first point, whereby as an asset that I am, if I'm investing in myself, as I'm feeling good about myself, my value is increasing. On the other hand, my employee or the club is looking at me and they are smiling. They're kind of seeing okay, he's getting somewhere. And investing in yourself also could mean doing your own personal training in the off seasons. Just going out there and also try to connect with people. That is self-investment, because the contracts you're going to get later, you will need them for yourself. And this is purely for we, the aspiring semi-pro and amateur or even youngsters, because that is all we have at this point. Nobody still knows us out there. The third point is learn to market yourself. Okay, marketing yourself. We are in a digital world right now, and in this digital era, the only thing we have is for somebody in the US to see me. I live in Portugal. For someone in the US, for someone in Sweden to see me and recognize my potential, what do I have to do? I have to market myself. How do I do that? I get my phone, like what I'm doing right now, my YouTube. This YouTube has brought me, I think, a lot of goods. I haven't had any negative thing from YouTube. Maybe it has happened, but it hasn't yet reached my knowledge. But I'll tell you this YouTube, my Instagram, my TikTok has brought me a lot of either good friends, connections, and so many other good things that I wouldn't have gotten if I kept my Instagram account private, if I wasn't on TikTok, if I wasn't posting my trainings. You know what this does is, if somebody goes on your profile and they look at your Instagram, the first thing that's going to come to their mind is they want to see what is this guy's day-to-day life. Of course it does. His opinion don't matter if it's negative, or even if it's positive, it doesn't matter, because the reality is you are just being yourself. But again, with being yourself, you need to understand that what exactly am I doing with my life or with what I'm doing. Okay, so if you see me, I'm training every day. He goes back to videos 1 year ago, he looks at that training, compares it to training of the most recent, he's going to see some steady improvement. He's like, oh, okay, this kid is actually trying to push somewhere. Same as to my YouTube. A lot of people have come to me. I remember when things were hard for me in Germany. It's true that somebody tried to help me get shelter because I was putting myself out there. Of course, it wasn't like, that was not my intention. But again, that is the only way people can get to see me. A coach would one day bump into my YouTube channel and they would appreciate. I will tell you this, guys. One of the staff from Victoria Guimarães here in Portugal found my YouTube and he reached out to me. Now think about it. From Guimarães, First League, he reached out to me and he's like, yo, I like what you're doing. First, you're promoting the teams in the north, because when in the Bragança, because every time I was posting about Marcelo Cavaleris, all this, and he was happy that somebody was trying to market, even if I was only doing it mostly for my club. But again, if I'm playing with another team, that video is seen, and I don't have the greatest audience, but the few that see it, he looked at it and it's so only positivity in it. I'm not posting about partying live. I'm not posting about some silly stuff. Okay, of course there are different channels for those things. My channel is purely dedicated for football. So in that way, I'm marketing myself. One day it's going to come a time when YouTube starts to pay me, and if YouTube starts to pay me, other people are going to look at it and they'll be like, oh, okay, not only my image right would go up, the same thing, I would get somebody who wants me to promote his product. Now that is bringing revenue to myself. So do not be shy. Do not say, oh, people are going to do. Of course people are going to say something. Whether you are doing it the right way, whether they're doing it the wrong way, people are going to have something to say. Opinions are going to be there. So what you need to do is close all that out. Just do what is going to benefit you as a player and try to market yourself so that you have enough people seeing you. The people that you see have 1 million TikTok followers or YouTube followers or Instagram followers, they did not just magically like call everybody in at once. They were doing something consistently and people started to love what they are doing, and that is when they were given that platform. So market yourself. It might not help in the beginning, but along the way, it is going to get you way further than you can imagine. The fourth point, protect yourself. Don't drink. Don't party when you're not supposed to party. Work out regularly. Avoid moderate risk. If you know, if there are things that, because there are two types of risk. I learned this in commerce, but I don't know the second one. They say they are what they call moderate risk. Those are the ones that you can actually avoid, and then there are ones that you cannot avoid. Like, okay, those are by the force of nature. But try to do silly challenges. For example, you say you want to do skateboarding, okay, for the first time, and you want to just try because you want to experience something new. Man, think of it two ways. If anything happens and you step on that skateboard wrongly, you're going to hurt yourself. Protect yourself from anything that would harm your career later on in the future, or even your body. I think I am the most, not the most, I cannot say I'm the most careful person with my body, but I'm always very critical with my body, especially anything to do with my health. I'll make sure that I avoid. If I don't have to be outside at a certain time, I'll just avoid being outside, because if anything happens to me, the pain is going to get back to me, and it might hinder me from doing a lot of things. I want to get injured only when I'm playing. I want to get injured in a team's activity. I don't want to go get injured just because I went just maybe okay, mountain climbing. It's also risky, okay, because a rock might just fall there and it will hit you. So try to protect yourself in a way that nothing harms your career. Always think of myself, how is this going to hurt my career? How is it going to affect my career in the long run? Fifth one, negotiate for yourself. Whatever offer you get, negotiate for yourself. I have always been a victim of this. I did not really know how to negotiate for myself at most times, and even up to today I still don't know how to negotiate for myself. I always believe that okay, I'm not easily agreeable, but then anything to do with for example, when I was offered Malaysia, when I was offered the first salary, I accepted it out of what? The conditions I was in were not so good, and I didn't want to jeopardize the opportunity. But in most cases than not, it's not always going to be like the first offer that is great. The first offer, they're always cheating you. If someone is making the first offer to you, they are not giving you the right value. You need to like go back and forth with these people. I accepted that because my circumstances were not good. And in also most of the other things, I am not so good at that. And for sure, this is something I have to accept. And this is where I need an agent or somebody to do that. But again, if nobody's doing that for me, I need to learn that right now. Just over a few days ago, within this week actually, I think maybe it was a Wednesday or a Tuesday, one person reached out to me. He's a coach, and he's like, hey Sonny, what's the plan for the season? I'm like, well, just trying to figure out so many things. He's like, listen, I'm an assistant coach. He's an assistant coach, and he had coached me previously because he had seen me. I mean, he had coached me previously anyway, so he knows me, and he knows that I came to Lisbon. So he's like, yo, I'm gonna have a meeting with the head coach in 2 days, and I want to talk. I want to present you to him. I want you to come and and play for us this season. And I'm like, okay. He's like, how much are you looking to earn? And I said a value, but I said a value with fear in myself. I was like, maybe I'm saying too much, or maybe I'm saying too less. And the moment I told him the value, he just said, okay. And I was like, am I getting cheated here again? You know? So I don't really know how to negotiate for myself that well, and that is fine. But don't be like me. Try to learn and understand your value, understand your circumstances. Again, most times it's not going to be about money, okay? And this is my case most of the time. I'm not really like chasing money though so much. I'm just chasing the opportunities. With that being said, it's going to be, you're going to have a time in your life where you're actually going to do more than what you paid for. You're going to be paid less for doing more. But then when that time elapses, you're going to just sit back and get paid maybe 10 times, 50 times more than what you're actually offering. Imagine somebody just pay you, for example, people like Cristiano Ronaldo, they paid just to appear at a venue. Think of it that way. You're not going to perform, you're not going to do anything. Just go, show up at the venue, and you get paid crazy. But for you to reach that level, you must have earned peanuts for you to make that name, for everybody to get to know you. You see? I'll give an example of Brandao. maybe when he was still like starting out in Germany, or not in Germany, when he was still starting out his YouTube. When I mean, I've been one of his audience. I've been watching him for the last 5 years, 6 years, basically. Like nobody was really like, okay, he's just there. But now people want just him to post their products on their website, and they pay him for that. Okay, so this is doing less. There's a time you're going to do less and get paid more. There's a time you're going to do more and you get paid less. Makes sense, right? The sixth and the final note for today is be proactive with your career. Attend open combines, go for sports meetings, go for camps, connect with friends, go play pickups. I just finished playing pickup yesterday, and now somebody's went and stepped on my foot with the metal stud shoe. But still, you need to do this. Go to combines. You're gonna get a lot of contacts there. I'll tell you, the recent combine that I went to, the soccer draft, I've already like met so many people there that now are still like going back and forth with me. They're trying to get me this, they're trying to get me that, and they, like these are contacts. It might not have something at instantly, but I know along the way they're going to help. And these are intermediaries, scouts, coaches, and these are very important people in the football industry. With these people behind your back, you would go a long way. So I want to believe that going out there, express yourself. Don't worry about the money. If you go somewhere and spend some small money, it's fine. That money will always come back. Simple as that. That money will always come back. But the opportunities and the connections, they will not always be around. Playing pickups. You might play pickup and you don't know what's going on there. You don't know who plays, okay? After a game, okay, casually just exchange your contacts. And in the process of exchanging contacts, somebody might have liked how you played there, and he goes to his team and probably they need a right back. He's going to remember that you were playing very good, and you probably told him, I'm a right back, I don't have a team, or this and that. He's going to reach out to you. An example is this. There was a combine that I went to last year, the same soccer draft I went to last year, not this year. This one is recent weekend. I went to one last year. There was one guy, he's called he's called Daniel Rodriguez. He's a Brazilian. I'm still in contact with him today. So we're in the same team. Where I think at the time it was in the ORA team. So we're in the same team. We played, and he was playing in the north, not in the north, but in the central, in Guarda. That's where he was playing. Anyway, the season finished. 1 year down the road, and I still have his contacts. We barely chat, maybe from time to time. Hi, how are you? And that is that. 2 days ago, he reached out to me. He's like, yo, Sonny, I have these agents that I know, and I've been talking to them. Would you want me to send you their contacts? They have in professional deals and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? You can send them my contacts, and then we see what happens from there. Now, this guy, we hadn't been in contact for a very long time, but he had seen that, okay, at the combine, I was a good player, and what have you. I've also had contact, chit chat from time to time. He's now trying to give me an opportunity that he thinks is helpful to me for no reason. And imagine if I had not gone to that combine. Of course, nothing has yet come out of that, but if I had not gone to that combine, I probably wouldn't have this another connection. Of course, if this contact, the agents, the contact that is giving my number, this is adding to my network, and I'm building my network from there. So I think it's important all of us, we go out there, meet people, go to the gym, go to coffee shops, just try to casually talk to people. I know a brother is a gym owner to a club president here in Portugal. Yes, and we had been that was like last year. We had been trying to meet, and he wants to take me to his brother in the house, but of course everyone is busy with lives and everything, and nothing has come out of that. So go out there. When people ask you what you do, tell them boldly, oh, I'm a football player. It's not a very bad profession. I think it's one of the most desirable professions out there, and a lot of people would like to connect with you if you are a football player. So if any of this tip was helpful to you, I want to also re-highlight on the marketing yourself. Guys, if you guys have seen, I'm a little bit a model now. Okay, I'm just to get my first gig. I'm here to get my first modeling gig. But also my modeling thing came, how it came about, I'm not going to mention two details, but the agency has been stalking my TikTok and my Instagram. And without unknowingly, when they have some works that they think would suit me, they would take photos from my Instagram and some videos that I make, the funny videos from TikTok, and they send them out to the clients because they see that this kid or this guy is full of life. Now, yesterday I had I'm gonna be into okay, let me not get into it too much. That's for another video. But thank you guys for watching. If you're new if you're new, comment, like, share, and subscribe. It's been me, your boy Sari. Until then, peace out.